Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Monday's Moments. My name's Simon from Sterling Business Coaching, and today I'm going to talk about the second level in the business hierarchy of needs mentioned in Mike Michalowicz's new book, Fix This Next. And the level is profit. See you in a moment. Now, many of you don't know this, but my background actually comes from being a quantity surveyor. So I'm very passionate about figures, money, and in particular profit. And this Monday's Moment comes out of my working through that business hierarchy of needs in Mike's upcoming book, Fix This Next. But one thing it reminded me of as I was working with some clients last week is the need to focus on net profit. And many of us chase gross margin, but what we need to focus on is net margin, net profit. Because to me, net profit is cash. It's cash in the bank. It's cash needed for growth. It's cash needed for trading. And it's cash needed to build those cash reserves that we're looking for. And in the evaluation that I go through with prospects, it talks about margin health. And the question here that I've got written down is, do you have healthy profit margins within each of your offerings? And do you continually seek ways to improve them? So that's what I want you to think about today. Do you have margin health? Do you have healthy levels of margin in all of your offerings? And are you continually looking at ways of increasing those margins through reducing fixed expenses, by looking at efficiencies, etc. The other thing when looking at profit is profitable leverage. And this came out of another conversation with a client in a session last week when we talked about taking on additional debt. And we're going to be talking about this in the week ahead with this client as well. And one thing for me is that getting into debt, taking loans, isn't a bad thing in business. But what it should do is it should generate profitable business. We should only take on debt if we're clear that we're going to be able to leverage that debt to make more profit, to increase our profit levels. And the question here in the evaluation is, when debt is used, is it used to generate predictable increased profitability? So think about two things today, very simply. Are you looking after your margins? Are you focusing on net profit? Do you even know what your net profit levels are? And are you looking at ways of increasing them? And secondly, looking at profitable leverage, are you actually taking on increased debt or taking on finance for anything, but doing it in a way where you know it is predictably going to increase your profitability? Ask yourself those two questions this week, and I hope this is giving you a bit of an insight in how to focus on profit. If you want to talk about profit some more, and if you've got any questions about how to generate more net profit or leverage your profit, then I'm happy to give you a 30-minute free session. No obligation, no sales pitch, I promise. Just go to www.timewithsimon.com. It's been a pleasure to be in this week's Monday's Moment with you. Don't forget to work on your profit levels. Don't just go after revenue, go after profit. And I'll see you in next week's Monday Moment. Bye for now.